We're all hardy New Englanders. Thanks for joining us on a beautiful wet fall day. On behalf of Tina Hine and Ben Sparrow, we want to gather today to cut the ribbon and welcome everybody to enjoy this wonderful asset, this revitalized Blair Square project that we have a lot of people to thank. And I'll turn it over to Ben to extend our heartfelt thanks for all your work, your funds as taxpayers, and most of all, your goodwill. So thanks so much for joining us. After this, we'll take a walk down towards the fire station and then down to Green Street for a couple more events similar to this. So if you'll join us, I'd appreciate it. Ben, go ahead.
Sure. So there's a lot of people to thank. I think I'll start off with the members of the Blair Square Committee. I really want to particularly call out Kevin Conley for his tireless advocacy for this project. So thank you, Kevin, for all the work that you did. And also thank other members of the committee. There's Herb Rocker, Gretchen Rice, Preve, Walter McGrath, Shaw Lively, Eric Woodhouse, Peter Barbieri, and Martha Ellis. Also, we want to call out some of the people who worked really hard to design this. So Inga Daniels, who actually, she just posted on Facebook that they're award-winning for this project. It's a beautiful project. I'm not sure who gets the award. I guess it's not us, but somebody got it. And so congratulations to Inga and all the hard work that you did. This is a beautiful space. And Reagan, I forgot her, what was her last name again? Andreola. She's another one who put in an enormous amount of effort in the design of this project. And also particularly want to call out the CPC for funding the project. Also the Friends of the Holliston Trails. We have Robert Weidenecht here too. And Celebrate Holliston. So there's a lot of people to thank. And James Keys for overseeing the project. And we want to say thank you to the community for supporting it. And now we have this beautiful space, and if we can just have a nice day, we can enjoy it. So, thank you very much.
Real briefly, our state rep is with us. James Arena DeRosa will make a couple comments before we cut the ribbon.
Yes. No, it's great to be here, and of course, as the new rep, it's more of a legacy that there were people before me that made this happen. It was such a great community outcome, and what a great space, and looking forward. I mean, it's a tough day, but that's just the way it's been this summer. It's the summer from hell, but it's good. But it's all good. We're still here, and it's great to be with all of you. And there are going to be so many great events here. This space is just so great for this community. I remember Robert in our living room 20 years ago, and it's just been such a long journey. And this is a culmination and just another piece of it that's part of it. So it's great to be here for the Blair Square dedication.
Thank you. And finally, thank you. We have a citation from Senator Spilka's office.
No, this is from the legislature. We'll do this together.
Come right in. Let's face the camera. Let them know who you are.
We'll do this from the Massachusetts legislature.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And we'll get you a dry cover.
Yeah,
It's a temporary cover. But this is Commonwealth of Massachusetts State Legislature official citation. Be it known that the Massachusetts Legislature hereby extends its congratulations to the town of Holliston in recognition of the joyous occasion of your ribbon cutting for the beautifully renovated Blair Square, whose lovely setting serves as the heart of Holliston's strong sense of community. And it's signed by the Senate President Karen Spilka and a bunch of other people.
No, all good.
Ready, this way, over. Ready, good. One more time, just in case. Please zoom in a little.
One thing, a lot of work went into this facility that you would not believe. From the ground roots, all the letters of support we got from great members of the community and groups. They were all awesome putting this together. But one of the greatest things I saw was this was still being built and that was done. There were a bunch of kids out here. I think they were middle school. Shorts and t-shirts, we're on the cold side. No socks, no shoes, playing tag football, just playing back and forth. And I thought that was one of the greatest sights down here. So it's great for the community. It'll be here long after we're gone, hopefully. So who else wants to do this with me?
Anybody else?
Count to 3. 1.
You got it.
2.
Nice. So now we know they're sharp.
Yeah, it's real.
We've got a small gathering of folks here. HCAT's still with us. Thanks for taking a small walk. I hope you can hear me okay, but this area is a very important area for us. Travis is going to give you a quick update on some state earmark money that we recently got to improve the area. Travis, we want to give a brief update to the crowd on what brings us here in this spot.
Sure. Thank you very much to our state rep and state senator for $50,000 state earmark this year. Rebranding of Central Street as a connective spine connecting the rail trail to our historic downtown. A lot of work already underway, including the apron in front of the fire station that was recently completed with hard work by James Keese and the fire chief. And so, really a lot more to come where we want to do. This is a big part of the economic development for the town of Holliston. So we appreciate the support from the Senate President's office and Rep. Arena DeRosa as well. And a lot of big things to come for Central Street. As we'll see, that with the almost completion of the Green Street lot, and as we just saw at Blair Square, this is really the next step for Holliston.
Thank you, Travis. This area is obviously very important to us. It's part of our downtown business district. You'll hopefully see some progress in the next several years as we try to bring some life into it with a project that will give businesses a leg up. This particular area connects a municipal lot behind the fire station. It was done over about 7 years ago by some students. I talked to Mary Greendale earlier today. Maddie Tate did a nice job back in 2016, a wonderful mural. Today I'd like to announce that the Select Board would like to name this area in honor of one of Holliston's most generous and prolific community workers. That's Mark Aronian. As of today, this will be known as Aronian Way. Travis has a sign here. It will be posted prolifically. Thank you very much. It's important to know, as a community of volunteers, we look at people like Mark, his lovely wife Linda, and others that have given so much to the town through their efforts as volunteers to help us live better lives. This is a small recognition of Mark's contributions to the community. He's not only a friend, he's not only a former Citizen of the Year, he's not only a fellow Lion from years ago, but he's one fine person. Mark, congratulations. This will be known as Aronian Way for years to come, for people to know what this means is community service and giving back, which I think is the heart of what makes you go. So thanks for everything you've done for us on behalf of the town.
Mark, can you get in the middle? You got him. Mark's going to get in the middle for a picture with the group. One, two, three, two. Linda asked me to take home with her.
All right, folks, this is our last stop, so we're kind of bookending our tour here. We started with a gateway of a park up there at Blair Square, the beauty of the space. Obviously, in terms of promoting economic activity, we're drawing people between the two. We want people accessing both the Blair Square and the downtown by way of Central Street. This is a key vision for the Select Board currently and hopefully for the future. As again, we try to promote economic activity, we try to promote rail trail use and get people traveling between the two, so this really becomes an important place. So I've got a bunch of thank yous, and first of all, I'd like to recognize again Kevin Connolly for his initiative back in the day before I was on the Select Board to move to form a 9 Green Street committee. This was right as the pandemic was starting. We tackled some of the issues of this spot, so you might not know this, but this was a contaminated site, and behind you you'll see the retention pond, which is a part of the cleanup of this site. So instead of having water run freely, we now have it collecting here, and it's a good step in terms of cleaning up this site. And we've covered it over with a parking lot because that was one of the few options that we have, but also badly needed in the downtown. So again, would like to call out Kevin Connolly and the committee, who I won't name at this time, but a lot of initiative, a lot of vision back in 2019, 2020, and here we are today. I'd also like to recognize the town meeting voters, the residents of Holliston, who repeatedly have supported this effort. Town meeting has passed many times articles that got us to this point today, so I'd like to thank them. This was an abandoned eyesore before. It was a contaminated site, and when this project is fully completed, we'll have open space, we'll have 3 EV charging stations behind you, we'll have 2 ADA accessible spots behind me, we'll have 1 veteran spot, dedicated veteran spot, and we'll have 22 spots all together. So significant, much needed additional parking in the downtown. So, and also beautification of a space that previously, again, was abandoned and quite an eyesore. Not only do these changes benefit the already vibrant downtown, but they'll bring, again, greater accessibility for folks who are coming to shop, coming to use the park behind us, coming to the library. So a really key part, a really important space here. We have received grant funding for this, so we've had support from the state level. I'd like to thank Senator Spilka's office, James Arena DeRosa, and his predecessor, Carolyn Dykman, for our support. We have the help me out, Travis, the Massachusetts EV Initiative Program supporting us with a $10,000 grant to, again, install the charging stations. We have $200,000 through the state's Shared Streets and Spaces program to revitalize this area. So we've had tremendous support from the state level as well. So a real effort here. Yeah, I don't have much more to say except welcome to one of the biggest anchors that we have now in the downtown area. And, well, I would be remiss, and that's actually the first thing, John, that I was supposed to read off my notes here. We have a lot of town staff to thank. We have present here our town administrator, why do you get things, Chief Cassidy? Because you're just always, because you're the groupie. You stuck with us through the rain.
Not a word I would have used, Mike, but okay, okay.
We have clear support within our town departments for this type of work. I'd like to thank Chris Mayo, our IT director. He's been essential in submitting some of the grant applications we've had. And I'd like to really thank James Keast, who's standing here today, but he's been standing here for years, making sure that this project comes to fruition. It's not been without its challenges. So thank you, James. Thank you. Anybody else, gentlemen?
Well done. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, I think now we all go home and dry off. This is open, yes?
Yes.
It's open except the ramp. We're still waiting for the
All
car.
right, so tell your friends, tell your family, more importantly, tell people who want to come shop in downtown Holliston that the parking lot's open, and they can come on in and park their car and get to where they need to go.